Joining me now is Jim Hanson, former Special Forces Chief Editor of the Middle East Forum. Jim, we didn't have that right bite there, but they were like, thank you very much. Reporters were shouting questions out, like basically, how could this happen at a military base when it looks like it was, a drone that we usually have the capability to take out, and yet this landed near a barracks in this base in Jordan where people were sleeping and obviously not ready for an attack.
I don't think you could have less confidence in a commander-in-chief and secretary of defense than the brain-addled Biden and the missing in action Austin. The problem we have is these attacks have been going on for how long now? There's been hundreds of them, and all of them track back to one place, Iran. We need to actually look at this and say, what would the Middle East look like if Iran was not allowed to run their terror proxies with no consequences? Now, I don't want to go to war with Iran, but what if we just said, what if there was no mullahs? What if there was no, theocracy running Iran, and the people who keep rising up actually did that? That might be a nice thing to think about.
Well, I want to remind everyone what both the president and vice president said about Iran back in, I guess this is October.
To any country, any organization, anyone thinking of taking advantage of this situation, I have one word: don't. Don't.
And what's the message to Iran?
Don't.
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word. Pretty straightforward.
It's so embarrassing. I mean, I almost don't even want to play the sound bites because it's so embarrassing. Don't. Okay, we had Reagan, Mr. Gorbachev tear down this wall. We had peace through strength, FDR, JFK, and now we have don't.
And they did, is the problem. There was absolutely no fear. There's no deterrence. Peace through strength gives you deterrence because they don't want to see the consequences. Now, at this point, we need to do something. I think it's about time that one of those expensive Iranian Navy ships becomes a little bit of an oil slick somewhere in the Middle East waters. But beyond that, we need to go ahead and reassert the fact that America is not going to get involved in forever wars, but we're also not going to be trifled with, and you're not going to kill our troops without consequences.
Well, we have a massive recruitment shortfall for a reason. I think a lot of families are very afraid to send their sons and daughters into the military with this crew in charge reading their statements today. It's just ridiculous. Jim, thank you.